girlfriend. So, can you tell me the relationship between you and your sister?
And how old was she when she passed first?
She was 18 years old, and me and my sister, we was close. That was like one of my homegirls. I could tell her anything, she'd tell me anything. We shared a room together when she used to live with us. Me and her would always share a room together. That was just one of my best friends.
So what was your relationship like, you know what I mean?
How did you guys meet?
We met in night school. We had night school for English, and we used to take the ferry home because she lived in the Bronx and I live in Harlem. And we used to take the ferry together home, and like after every class, every period, like every day we seen each other, we was around each other, hanging out or whatever. And
so how long was you know?
How long was we together?
Yeah.
We was together for 6 months.
So, Heather, can you tell us like what happened? What's the story that you guys got of her passing?
Well, me and my sister, Crystal, we was at home with our mother. Well, Samantha lived with my father because he was sick and she took care of him. So me and Crystal was at home with my mother, and it was that night of Mother's Day, and we were singing Happy Mother's Day to my mother, and then we went to bed, and I couldn't sleep that night. I stood up, and I heard 2 gunshots that night. So I started praying, like, I hope nobody got shot or anything like that. Then my mother got the call, and all she heard was, Samantha got shot, and they hung up. So my mother started crying and screaming. So I ran to her, and I'm like, Ma, what happened? What happened? She wouldn't tell me because she was too emotional to tell me. And she was like, Samantha got shot, Samantha got shot. I'm like, what? How? What happened? And I couldn't do nothing because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. My mother's not giving me information. So I was just calling everybody, calling my father, calling friends to come get us so we could go out there, basically.
What was your first reaction when you first heard what happened? Because like you said, you couldn't hear it from your mother because she was hysterical. So how did you, like, who told you exactly what happened and how did you first react to the situation?
Well, I found out when we got to the hospital. My older sister was there, and she told me, she was like, she got shot in her arm. That's what we heard at first. She only got shot in her arm because they didn't find the other bullet. So when we got to the hospital, we also found out she got shot in her lower rib over here.
Wow.
Hit a major artery.
So, Rasheen, like, what was your first reaction when you found out?
First reaction, like, I started getting like flashbacks of me and her together and everything. It was just like tears and everything. Like Heather said, she only said she got shot in the arm, so I'm thinking like, how did she die if she only got shot in the arm? Then later on I found she got shot in her back too. It was just like tears, I couldn't stop crying. Like, it was like mad unbelievable until I seen her face on the news. Then like, that's when it really, really hit me, like when I seen her face on TV. And I was like, it's true. Like, the whole, like, I was hoping like this gotta be a lie or a joke or a prank call or something. But then I seen her on the news and I just knew.
So, did they ever find the person who did this? Did they ever, you know, apprehended the suspect?
Yet.
Not yet?
Nothing. We don't know nothing yet.
So the police is not like trying to, you know what I mean?
They're investigating what's happening, but we don't know nothing. Like, we don't know who did it. We don't know who was involved with it.
So there's no communication between the police and your family? They're not letting you know anything that was going on? No cops are calling, saying...
Well, they're calling, but they're not giving us enough information that we want to know. Like, what we want to hear, like, who did it, we're not getting that information.
So, Rasheen, like, how have you moved on ever since her death?
Just being like, I'm always around her family. I'm still around her family. They're the only one, they don't like the only people that's gonna keep me happy, like, and that's gonna keep her like in my heart. Cause if I'm at home, I'm just gonna be stressed out. Like, so being around them makes me happy and everything.
So do you ever feel you'll be able to move on?
I think I'll be able to move on. Probably not now. I don't think I'm ready to move on now, but I believe I'll be able to move on.
So, no, I mean, has the views of your sister changed, like how you look at your sister, what you think about your sister, or is it still the same, just that you just don't see her?
Everything's changed. Everything's changed. I don't even know what to say. Like, it's hard to know that I still think she's gonna call. I still think she's gonna come around because, you know, she lived in the Bronx. So she used to come visit us on the weekends. So I'll be waiting on Fridays like, Samantha's coming, Samantha's coming. And then the whole day go by and nothing.
What's the happiest moments? Yeah, I mean, both of you guys can answer. What's the happiest moments that you know?
Happiest moments with me and Samantha?
Yeah.
It has to be like in school, like wilding out in school,
Throwing
bugging
paper
out.
and all that.
Yeah.
I know, throwing paper.
Classroom fights and all of that. Having fun with her. Just
So,
every
like-
fun moment.
So, like, if Samantha was alive today, what are some of the things she would want to do with herself in her life?
That girl probably be at home watching TV because she never go anywhere. Never. She's not an outgoing person. She don't party. She's not
So,
like,
like, in the future, what would you think your sister would have wanted to have been?
well, she was telling me she wanted to do nursing, so she probably went to college for nursing and everything like that.
Like, did you guys ever play, like, you know, pranks on each other while you sleeping? You know, like put ketchup in your nose and things like that? You ever did that? Nah, they used to do that. You fall asleep and all that. Like, you fall asleep, they'll put some, like, shaving cream in your hand, put, like, a tissue in your nose. You be like, stop! And then it'd be over, yeah. It'd be over, you know what I'm saying?
Well, like, how did your friends react? Did you share the same friends?
Well, yeah, we had friends when we was growing up together. But they was in shock. They thought I was lying when I was calling them like, yo, Samantha got shot. She's not with us no more. And they like, you're lying. I'm not lying. I'm serious. I wouldn't lie about this. Like, I'm serious. I wouldn't lie.
And how did your homies react? Like, they had more sympathy for you? Like, how did they look at you?
All the kids in school, like, I feel that they did a favor. Like, they immediately, like, once I came back to school, it was like mad support from the teachers. It was like a day off. Like, we got to sit around each other and like express our feelings and everything. And like all the kids raised money and everything to help her mother for the funeral and everything. Like, I really feel that they did a good thing and everything.
So has the vibe in school changed overall? Like, because, you know, usually, like you said, you and Samantha used to joke around, be around in school like that. Like,
Well, I'm out of high school now, but like for them past few months, like I had to go to prom. I went to prom with her sister Crystal, and like everybody still had fun, but it was like still like something missing. Like she was supposed to be there with me. Like it was like, I know it was like hard to believe by a lot of people. Like,
So now we're going to take open questions and comments from the audience.
anybody got a question out there?
I'd like to know, like, what message would you have for other people that lost loved ones at such a young age?
but keep their memories alive. Like, don't forget the moment you had, because like that may be the only thing that you have that reminds you of that person.
We talk about all the time, all the good times we had about her. We look at pictures, we have videos of her, just laugh at all the stupid things we did when we was even younger.
So you guys go to the gravesite and things like that?
Yeah, all the time we go to the grave. Anytime, any chance that we get, we go to the grave and visit her.
Last question.
I would like to know how the young people feel about the reaction of the police towards so much violence among teens.
Cool.
Any one of you want to answer?
Actually, you can answer that.
I feel like police always try to me, but I feel like the way I heard about the situation, like I was kind of angry because like I feel they didn't handle it like the way I would have. I guess that's why I'm angry. But like the precautions they took, like they left her on the ground and went after the killers. I feel like they should have took her first, and maybe she would have had a little slight chance of surviving. Like, to me, like I feel like the person who got shot is the first priority.
Right.
So
Save a life first.
I want to thank you, Crystal. But now we're about to get into another twist of street violence. We're about to see some rollings of a young man named Mel Vaughn and Bedford Stuyvesant who has survived street violence. He was shot in his back while trying to break up a fight, and now he's paralyzed from the waist down.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy just to be like a young person, you know what I'm saying, so active, playing basketball, doing whatever that he was doing, and now all of a sudden he can't walk and like he's paralyzed. I think that's like one of the most devastating things you could do to a young person, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
To be so active and things like that, then he's, you know what I mean, he's not able to walk. So let's take a little bit and see Melvon's story and see what he's about.
Roll it.